Okay, exploration with Karasuba and cryptic warnings of being dumb completed. Let's skip forward again. Have our meal. Is this the... Okay, that was the end of chapter 2. Hey, that means we can jump into short episodes, bonus episodes, whatever they're called. Let's go do that. Alright. Flowchart time, childhood, which we've seen before, but we are going to see it again. So, let's go to childhood. To see an unexpected side of someone can be a really joyous thing, but none of us have any idea what kind of life we led before coming here. What if I was a criminal? What if the others weren't who I think they are? It's pointless to think about, but on nights with rain like this, bad thoughts like this come to me. What did I think about before all of this? Why, what? Nothing new today. I heave a deep sigh and place my silent cell phone on the sideboard. We finished exploring the manor for the day. After we all return to our rooms, I'm left with nothing to do. The only clue we have are the phones, so I had been hoping that there'd be a new message on them. But when I checked, the inbox displayed only the previous message and nothing else. I don't think I can sleep yet. Maybe I'll go down to the living room. There should be lots of books down there. Maybe I can take my mind off things if I look at pretty photos or some picture books or something. Well, off I go. I get up to go down to the living room. Wow, so many books. During our last search, we got a pretty good idea of where most of the bookshelves are. There are so many different books. It's fun just browsing and checking out the titles on the spines. I also see some familiar names, and I reach out for them whenever I spot one. Wow, I remember reading this picture book when I was little. This really takes me back. I take the book and flip through the pages. It's nice knowing that there's something familiar in the manor. There are a lot of books in foreign languages, too. Is this German? I can't read it. Oh, here's a collection of paintings. I don't know the artist, though. I thought there would be more challenging books, but it's mostly collections of paintings and picture books that I can leaf through without much fuss. I continue checking the spines as I walk around the bookshelves.
Whoa!
As I'm walking, I bump into someone. I'm sorry. Oh, Karasuba?
That's me, all right.
He gives me a friendly smile. It's unusual to see you down here at this hour. What's going on?
Oh, just wanted to kill some time reading books.
I notice the armful of books he's carrying. I recognize the names, but I've never read any of them. Wow, those books you're carrying look hard to read.
You think so? I thought they looked interesting.
I peek at the spines. Do you like books, Karasuba?
I don't know. I like these ones. I try to read everything I can.
Oh, really?
You seem surprised.
I guess I kind of am.
Do I look that dull to you?
He droops his shoulders. I'm worried I might have hurt his feelings, so I try to explain. I mean, I just don't read that much, so I thought everyone else was the same.
Hey, I was kidding. I'm not offended by that sort of thing. Worry not.
He looked like he was about to cry, but now he's right back to his usual grin. Come on, don't tease me like that. I took you seriously.
You take everything seriously. But that's what makes you so cute.
He winks at me. I can never really tell if he's joking or not. Newsflash, he ain't joking anytime. Have you always liked to read, Karasuba?
I don't really remember, but I do recall reading a lot as a kid. And I remember the books that I did read.
You remember things from when you were little?
Yep. But those are all the memories I have.
Why didn't you mention that you had remembered something? A brief moment passes, and I feel like his smile twisted slightly. He didn't like what he remembered of him as a kid, I guess. I guess that was the memory he got. He got some kind of memory from his childhood that he didn't like. Oh, sorry. I'm not sure why I got ahead of myself.
Huh? It's not your fault, Benny Yuri. It's just... It wasn't all fun and games for me.
When you were little. Oh, right, the CG. I remember that now. Yeah, that one.
I haven't really remembered much. I was sickly as a kid and ran a fever pretty often. I skipped a lot of school. And I didn't have any friends, so I always plopped myself down in the library to read.
You? I can't imagine that. Karasuba is always so cheerful. He can be kind of mean sometimes, so I just figured he was one of the cool kids. It's hard to imagine him reading quietly by himself.
The borrowing cards and all the library books were full of my name. But if you borrowed enough, the school would give you an award during reading week for most books borrowed, so I tried not to take too many.
Why wouldn't you want to get the award?
I didn't want to stick out. Then they would have teased me for being a bookworm, or said I was full of myself.
Oh, I see. I think it's great for kids to be into books.
It's all in the past now. I overcame my harsh childhood, and now you get to enjoy my cheerful current self.
He sticks his tongue out playfully. He said it wasn't all fun and games for him. I wonder if he's got some bad memories, too.
Don't look so gloomy, Benny Yuri.
Huh? I looked gloomy?
You sure did. Like you were pitying somebody.
Sorry. I was just thinking about how you said you had a rough childhood.
Interested in my past? That makes me happy. But I'd prefer you to be interested in my present, not my past.
Huh?
Hey, Benny Yuri.
He starts to come closer to me. That's not going to work this time. I push him away, and he purses his lips in a pouty fashion.
Aw, you're such a prude.
No, you're just too obvious. He seems a little different than usual, though. My heart gives a little leap in my chest.
I better change the way I flirt with you, that way you don't see me coming.
Oh boy. He rubs his chin, making a serious face. No, that's not necessary. How about you recommend a book to me?
Didn't you just say you don't read much?
Yeah, but there isn't much to do at night here. I was thinking of reading.
Alrighty, I'll pick some books out for you then.
His eyes light up with joy. It isn't his usual mature smile, but something more like a child's, full of excitement at finding a new friend. I didn't know he ever made that kind of face. I'm starting to feel kind of giddy myself.
Hold out your right hand, Benny Yuri.
Like this? Karasuba starts stacking books in my hand. Hey! If you want me to hold it, let me use both hands so I don't drop them.
No, don't use your other hand.
He takes hold of my left hand with my free... Takes hold of my left hand with my free one. Yes. His free one? I'm guessing he grabbed our hand. I think I was confused about this the first time too. I'm like, eh?
Gotcha! Come on, there are some books I like over on this shelf.
You tricked me.
Just some new flirting tactics, that's all. Let's go, I want to show you my favorites.
His hand is oddly warm. Something like this is nice every once in a while, I guess. The books that he recommended to me were all very interesting too. I can tell he picked out ones he knew I'd like. We can't remember our past, but we most certainly still exist here. And the man recommending books to me certainly does as well. Whether I have my memories or not, I'm still the same person. That's why I want to believe. That's why I want to trust in the others. And in myself, too. Okay, so he definitely grabbed our hand. I think we can safely assume that. Alright, where's the next one? Just want to make sure we're good here. Okay, that's That's technically a Kaguya episode, so we won't do that one. I don't know who this is for, because it's not on my list. I'll have to double check that. Where does that come in? Around chapter 4 anyway. This is our next one. Okay. So chapter 4. We have another chapter to go through. No, that's not what I want to do. I guess I have to go back to chapter 3? And then we'll fast forward again. I don't know where we are in the time-space continuum, but we'll figure it out. Okay, hanging out with Yamato. Gotcha. Well, we can skip through all of that. As sad as that makes me. I do like hanging out with Yamato. Okay. Not caring about Yamato this time, so I guess I'll do it. I'm afraid of knowing. Don't need to draw close to him or Monshiro. Okay. He transformed. We get the explanation. Okay. More with those guys. Another option. Oh boy. Ah, this one. Okay, well, we're doing this now. I wish it was all a dream. I wish the upcoming scene was all a dream, but here we are. Hang on to your butts again. I wish this was all a dream. I'd fall asleep and wake up in my own room. I'd go down to the living room and Dad would be waiting with breakfast ready for me. I'd be so happy to go back to that life. Thinking about the warmth of home is almost an escape from all of this. I try my best to be brave, to face everything that has happened over the past few days, and tears well up in my eyes, blurring my vision. I wish it was all a dream. Suddenly, I hear a knock on the door behind me. Yes? Who is it? I rub my eyes, scrambling to compose myself as I call out. I wait and wait for a response, but there is no reply. Huh? Did I imagine it? I could have sworn I heard somebody knocking. Still in doubt, I hear another quick knock. Who's there? I reach for the door handle and slowly open it. I stare out the door incredulously, scanning the area for signs of the visitor I had expected to see. Huh? Are you kidding me? There's nobody here. I crane my neck, searching either side of my doorway, but I find nothing to indicate that there had been anyone out here. What's going on? I thought somebody was here. There's no sign of anybody. Befuddled into silence and rooted in place, I gaze vaguely around the hall. Before long, I come to my senses, and a feeling of fright begins to creep up my legs, setting my body trembling. I quickly turn and rush back into my room. I'm scared. No more, please! Ah! A scream slips out of me as something cold touches the nape of my neck. No! Somebody help!
Ha ha! I got you good, Benny Yuri!
What?
Oh man, that reaction was delicious! It's me, your friendly manor mate Karasuba! Jeez, though. There was obviously something shady afoot, and you just threw your door wide open. You've got to be ready for anything, you know.
He waggles his index finger around as he delivers his mock lecture. That cold thing was Karasuba's finger? You were hiding?
Yep, right behind the door. Oldest trick in the book, too, so I figured you'd spot me. Guess not, though.
You're awful! How would I know that? Don't scare me at a time like this!
Come on, is there any better time than now? Don't be so frowny. You've got to learn to have a good time in situations like this.
He winks at me without the slightest hint of guilt. I wonder if Karasuba was at all surprised by what Usagi told us earlier. Did you have something you wanted to talk about?
I did indeed. It's a bit nippy out here, though. You mind if I come inside?
Huh? Well, Hey!
Don't mind if I do.
I didn't even answer him yet! the rudest.
Huh. So this is your room, eh? You keep the place pretty tidy.
Karasuba slips past me and into my room, looking back and forth at the interior. Please don't stare. It's embarrassing.
Oh, be still my heart! I love hearing you say that. Makes it sound like there's some special connection between us. Really gets my blood pumping.
Ugh, he's always messing around like this. He speaks smoothly as he continues to survey the room. He seems to tire of it quickly, though, and turns to face me, falling abruptly silent. What? I look at him, expecting to see the usual grin beneath his amber eyes. There's still the faint hint of a smile there, but something feels different about it.
Say, Benny Yuri, do you ever find yourself wishing that this whole world was a dream?
Huh?
Actually, no, not just this world. Anything and everything unpleasant. Ever wish they were all a dream? All of it would go away, and only good things would happen to us.
Well, That's exactly what I was thinking about until he showed up. I give a start, feeling as though he has seen right into my mind.
Well, Benny Yuri?
I've had similar thoughts before, but what would make him ask now all of a sudden? I can't agree with him, though. Somewhere inside me, I feel alarm bells going off. Sure, it'd be nice if there were a world with nothing but happiness in it. But if everything bad were to vanish, people would never grow. I feel like we shouldn't run away from the things we have to face. We have to be strong or we'll never be able to live.
Uh-huh. I see.
Those words are all I can muster to rally my own heart, ready to break at a moment's notice. That's right. I have to be more positive. I was running away from the things I have to deal with. Having put my thoughts into words, I suddenly feel like I have the courage to face this outrageous world. But...
So, you're gonna face the situation with Yamato, too? He turned into that weird monster, yeah? And the master guy, whoever he is, sent you two a photo right before it happened. Why were you the one who got the picture? Could what happened to him be your fault? If so, you've got some nerve being all optimistic like that.
His words are intentionally hurtful, and I can feel my nascent courage shrinking away. Seeing my face, he beams at me and moves in close. What? Karasuba? Oh yeah, this is fine. Nothing, no alarm bells needed here at all. Everything's just Gucci. The next moment, he pushes me up against the wall. He's smiling, but his eyes hide a fierceness that freezes me in place.
You're a liar, Benny Yuri. You're not like that at all, are you? You were shaking in your shoes just standing alone in the hallway. Even now, you can't wait to run away. You pretend to be Miss Positivity. You say all the right words. That kind of crap drives me crazy.
Karasuba, please stop.
Not gonna run away no matter what, huh? That way, even if something awful like this happens, you can pick yourself back up? Well, aren't you strong?
I stiffen up, both of my arms restricted as Karasuba moves his angry face close to mine. No! Karasuba, stop! Karasuba! As if trying to torment me, he brings his lips close ever so slowly. I can hardly deal with the sheer animosity in his gaze, and just as my eyes are about to overflow with tears...
Gotcha! I wouldn't do something like that.
Huh?
Oh, did you think I was for real? Man, you're a serious one, aren't you? Sorry for being mean.
He lets me go and flashes another broad smile. I stare at him, dumbstruck at what has just happened. He takes a finger and wipes the single tear from my face. This part is so gross to me. Why are you doing this? Somehow I managed to squeeze the words out, but my voice cracks pitifully. Perhaps he's satisfied with my reaction because his smile grows even deeper.
I don't know. Just felt like bullying the goody-goody. You know, like how guys will tease the girl they like? That sort of thing. I was planning on eating you all up, but I'll let you go for now.
That sound effect of him licking the tear is just like so overkill. I hate it. That sound effect I hate the most in this game. It's just like, ugh.
Delicious.
He licks the tear on his finger. His taunting gaze makes my cheeks burn. Don't do weird stuff like that to me anymore. If you're done talking, then get out.
Aw, but we haven't talked at all, have we? I'm just getting started.
He loudly and deliberately clears his throat and then opens his mouth to speak.
So, I think I know everybody here out in the real world.
You what?
My memories haven't entirely returned, but I just have this familiar feeling. Yeah, that's it. My gut says so.
We knew each other back in the real world? It's true that I feel really comfortable with everyone. It's not that big a leap to think that we've been friends for a long time.
That said, I do have one caveat. There's an oddball among us.
An oddball?
Yeah, somebody's throwing off the balance, or like, creating this weird out-of-place feeling. Some kind of dissonance, you know?
What on earth is he talking about? Is it just that there happens to be an outsider mixed in among us? Or maybe a person with some kind of ulterior motive? I really don't know. I can't even remember my own family yet.
Don't take it too seriously. I only told you because you seemed like the least likely threat. Still...
Karasuba opens the door and turns, smiling sweetly.
Like I said before, you need to be ready for anything. The next person behind your door could be a lot more dangerous than me. If you refuse to see what's right in front of you, you're the one who's gonna regret it.
Karasuba. With that remark, he disappears out the door. I thought we were all friends. And now, just like that, the seeds of doubt have been sown among us. I don't know whether that seed will ever sprout, but it's more than enough to fan the flames of anxiety. Thanks, Karasuba. It's always just wonderful hanging out with you. Okay, well, we got to chapter 4, so I guess that means we can do another short episode-y. This one, right? Yep. The feeling of life. Sure, sounds delightful. Let's do it. Again, the rain falls outside the windows. The darkness of night and the smell of rain steal the heart from my body. I touch my cold skin just to make sure. Why does it have to rain every single night? The melancholy, the chill, the loneliness. If reality lies beyond this rain, I can bear it. But if this rain is a dream... A knock on the door rouses me from my thoughts. I wonder who it could be. Oh, yes, won't you come in?
Going to sleep just because it's nighttime is so boring. I'm glad you're still up, Yuri.
Karasuba grins while sitting on a chair in a playful way. His smile brings me relief, and I sit on the bed as we talk. Is everyone else already asleep?
Haha, you're sharp. To be honest, I didn't go to the others' rooms. They just tell me to get lost.
Well, they're the smart ones. Really? I don't feel like Kaguya would mind that much.
Yeah. See, Yuri, you're really nice. Oh, and hey, I found this in the storage room. Let's eat it together.
In his usual light-hearted tone, Karasuba holds out a paper box while grinning from ear to ear. I don't take any kind of food or drink from Yandere, sir, so you can just stuff it. The box has a picture of a cheerful pop art-inspired bear on it. The colors are flashy, but it looks suspicious to me. Eat it?
It's some kind of snack. I like the bear because you can't tell whether he's cute or not.
I noticed that the side of the box says biscuits on it. Karasuba notices my suspicion, so he opens it to show that the inside packaging is normal.
See? It's totally normal. Oh, did you think I was going to try to drug you or something?
Why would I think that? I mean, it's just a trope, is all. I can't believe he called me out on that. Anyway. Bleh. Yes, I was a little suspicious of that. I mean, not at all. It's just such a unique package, I wanted to see what was inside.
I'll eat one first. Look, it's in the shape of a bear. Here I go.
That's a crispy biscuit. With a laugh, he tosses the biscuit into his mouth. He chews it numerous times to show me and then gives me a big smile.
Yep, it's delicious. Have one, Benny Yuri. Say, ah!
Really? We're even having the say ah crossover? Ugh, Taisho Alice and Psychedelica have just been too perfect for each other. It's ridiculous. I think I can eat it myself.
Oh, come on, just this once. Please.
Fine. Karasuba brings the biscuit to my lips. With more care than I expected, he places the biscuit in my mouth. It makes a satisfying crunch. Instantly, a sweet flavor fills my mouth. There's nothing suspicious about it. Actually, it's delicious!
See? Told you!
Karasuba looks happy. Did he bring this to cheer me up? It's seriously good. But the picture looks strange.
I know, right? But, you know, it's kind of mysterious.
Huh?
It feels weird for me to say this as it's happening, but even though this world feels like one big dream, I know that this tastes delicious.
Yeah, you're right. We have no memories of our past, and none of this feels real. If it is all a dream, I want to wake up. It's strange that we can sit here and talk about how something is delicious.
Right? We're eating something good, but we're also fighting monsters and could die at any time. In a weird way, it makes me feel more alive than in reality.
More than reality?
It's better than a world where nothing ever changes, or where you're tied down by your past.
Would you rather stay here?
No, of course not. I didn't mean that.
Right. You just surprised me.
But I don't think it's all bad so far. I get to eat delicious snacks with you, don't I, Benny Yuri? And we may be in danger sometimes, but I can protect you, right?
You said you'd abandon me if it got dangerous.
That was a joke!
I can take care of myself, of course, so that's okay.
Oh, really? You can depend on me, you know.
I already depend on you emotionally. That's enough.
Emotionally, eh?
Karasuba looks away, deep in thought. Maybe that sounds a little much, but it's the truth. I'm glad you brought me these sweets to eat. It gets pretty lonely at night.
Lonely?
It feels cold. Probably because of the rain. Aw man, you're giving me Manshiro feels, Benny Yuri.
Yeah.
It wasn't really my intention to say that to him. He gets up from his chair and takes a sit next to me. A sit. Huh? He's sitting next to me now. This is nerve-wracking.
This is just how I feel, but don't you feel like your senses are really heightened in this world?
Heightened?
Like, delicious food tastes more delicious. Maybe loneliness is the same. Emotions seem to come on much stronger. It's like you can lose yourself in them more.
That's interesting. Okay, Karasuba, you gave me some kind of usefulness there. Some useful info. And that's why, like, the despair is so strong and turns you into a monster, because you feel it so much more. And also why, Beniyuri gets she's, like, emotionally exhausted when she fights the monsters. Okay, alright. I think you're right. It does feel different from usual. Maybe we're more sensitive?
It's so strange. But if that's the case...
Karasuba speaks in a more serious tone than I'm used to from him. When he notices me staring, he gives me a gentle smile.
There's something I'd like to try.
Oh boy. Huh? While I ponder the meaning of his words, he closes the distance between us. He's close enough to touch. He leans toward me and I shuffle backward. What did he mean by wanting to try something?
Aw, you don't have to be so cautious.
Please, you've been telling me to, like, keep my guard up for, like, the last little while. You can't just switch your mind. You can't just change track on me when it benefits you, sir. Nope. But... Karasuba's so close, I can feel his breath as he whispers. I instinctively back away.
You're making me look like a bad guy. Come on, you don't need to get so defensive.
I might be overthinking the situation. Maybe I was rude to him. I'd rather be rude than, not overthinking it. Yeah, sorry. I'm in danger. Get me out of here. We're only in chapter 3. I mean, we just started chapter 4, but I'm in danger.
Besides, I don't like doing things by force, you know?
Huh? By force? Is he saying he was gonna do something I wouldn't like? Considering how close we are, I don't think I'm wrong to be a little confused. What are you talking about?
Sorry. Come on, eat some biscuits and cheer up.
I don't know how much of this is a joke.
Here, say ah.
No, that's okay.
Huh? You're not gonna eat?
I keep my mouth closed. Karasuba laughs lightly and stands up.
You're pretty careless, you know. You think that if you just say what you're thinking, your message will be immediately understood. But you're mistaken.
Did I say something weird?
That's what I mean by careless. Anyways, I'll get going now.
Oh.
Or do you want to make some tea to go with the sweets and we can talk even more?
No thanks. I'm going to go to sleep. Get out of here with your biscuits and your teas and go. Shoo.
Too bad. Well, good night.
He's gone. I feel you, Beniyuri. I'm so proud of her, actually, for being like, something suspicious is going on here, and I'm not about any of it, so I'm proud of you, girl. I salute you. After Karasuba goes out, I breathe a sigh of relief. They say understanding and talking with others leads to peace of mind. But sometimes I don't understand what he says. Still confused, I bury my face in my pillow. It's difficult to understand everything. He and I are different in so many ways that we may not be able to truly communicate with one another. Oh, but those sweets were delicious. At the very least, we shared that. I know for sure. Mm-hmm.